Let's go. What's up, fellas? Yeah, a lot of people in the chat already. Ryan's up in there. We get
Slides on, kicks in the bag, my man.
Tanner up in here. Drin, Joker Rock. Thanks everybody for hanging in. How we doing?
I'm doing exceptional right now because the Lakers are no longer in the playoffs, baby. To all the fans that was saying I was wilding, that they wasn't gonna get their ass busted. Wet like I'm Book. You feel me? And
yes,
man,
it is true. Anthony Davis was injured.
Yeah. Hey, it don't matter. They home, boy. Because y'all thought they was gonna do it. Hey, King James, I got some Crown Royale. Taking this shot on your royalty at your crib. You feel what I'm saying? Woo! You swear I'm from Scottsdale how much I love Phoenix, boy. Come on, man. Let's go, Arizona.
I love it. Man. John Prater in the chat saying time for that Space Jam tour.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man.
You know, I go back and forth on that, though, right? Like, because the AD injury, obviously a real thing. But, like, they were taking it to him in game one before Chris Paul got hurt, too. So, like, I feel like that goes both ways, you know?
It don't matter, AD. Everybody's sucking off LeBron. You feel me? And he couldn't do it because Book was wilding. I don't want to hear nothing. Injury, this, role play. I don't care. Y'all lost.
Steve's got real Joker vibes right now.
I'm tired of this. We had fans leave, saying comments, saying we're wilding. Justin always wilding. I don't care what you guys have to say. They lost. I don't care. I don't care who's hurt. I don't care who did this. He lost first round. And what happened? Devin gave him buckets.
Devin
Jenner!
Devin Booker was out of control. That game, I love that energy game 6 where he was just like, nah, we're keeping the foot on the gas the whole way. I'm getting as many as I can. I feel like he could have gone for 62. Like he only took, I forget what the exact stat line was, but it was like on like 17 shots or something crazy like that. It's not even like he put up like 40 shots like Luka does, you know? Justin, how are you feeling? This is like, you know,
I would keep it buck. I didn't watch any games after game 3. I told y'all that. I saw Andre Drummond playing that many minutes. I was like, it's nighttime. It's over. Bro, Dennis Schroeder dropped like 5 points in the last 3 games total. It was rough.
Can I ask you a question, Justin? Did you not say they were gonna win though?
I said if they're healthy. If they were healthy, they would win.
They're healthy.
Yeah, they weren't healthy.
You didn't say they was gonna bust the Suns?
I said if they were healthy.
All right.
Cool. They weren't.
Okay. All right.
They weren't healthy and they weren't bad. It's
okay.
I'm not tight. Adam Silver probably tight, but I'm not tight.
Yeah.
They can fuck Adam Silver too. Fake ass Bezos. Fuck out of here.
You guys see the quote from Kuz after I think it was like a Bleacher Report might have had it, but he was like, I actually thought I made a lot of good strides this year.
Hey, bro, he don't get to speak. I'm sorry. Kuzma don't get to speak, man. Kyle Kuzma should be like the 7th man on like the Timberwolves. We don't need Kuzma quotes.
God damn, the 7th man on the Timberwolves.
What does he do? What does he do, dog? He can't shoot. He don't play defense. He don't rebound. I straight up don't know what Kyle Kuzma does.
Hey, you know what Kyle Kuzma did for me? Made me a happy basketball watcher. Shout out my son Kuz, boy. Hey, Kuz, keep throwing them bricks. I'm rocking with it. Alex Caruso, keep throwing them bricks. Keep throwing them. Dennis Schroeder.
I forget when I was streaming after they lost. I forget when it was. Maybe it was the next day. And people were saying that like Kuz is going to light it up in Shanghai next year. Like that's where he's going to get his buckets overseas. I feel bad. I feel bad that it's like falling on him because he's not supposed to be the guy, right? It's not supposed to be like Kuz isn't supposed to be the guy that's going to get you there. And then all of a sudden they're like, Kuz, come get buckets. It's like, nah, come on. That wasn't what Kuz's job was.
Wasn't he averaging like 17 before LeBron pulled up?
Yeah, but like that's when he was playing with like nobody. Right?
Yeah, but so I'm once again, I'm not defending Kuz. I'm just assuming basketball watchers were like, oh, he's gonna be the dude off the bench, or if LeBron is out, he's gonna be. Obviously, they were smoking rocks.
Yeah,
the man can't play ball. But once again, I'm not mad at that.
That's a LeBron James experience.
Yeah.
For all the great and fantastic plays fully into the rim, the LeBron James experience is you're gonna watch a team where you got to convince yourself that these dudes who are usually trash might pull through. You gotta really ride for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who's a fine player. But come on. Or you're like, oh no, Alex Caruso's really locking down on defense. These are things that Lakers fans have to say because you got to believe that. And it's always been the supporting cast of like, ew. And if LeBron ain't bringing it, and he didn't fucking bring it,
I
think
think
ain't happening.
He still had to be hurt, right? Like, not as an excuse. I just mean like LeBron wasn't 100%, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yo, there was no way. Bro, Mikal Bridges was just in his shit, like, stop making LeBron take bad shots. I was like, ooh, it's looking rough.
Right? Like, I can't tell if Mikal Bridges is better than I thought, or if LeBron was, like, really fucked up. Like, was really hurt.
Mikal's
nice. He has to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Mikal is nice.
Mikal is nice.
Let's keep it a stack, though. It was LeBron. No disrespect to Mikal, but it was LeBron.
Yo, before we get off Kuz, though, it is kind of funny to, like, and I mean, obviously the Lakers got AD, they won the trade, but it is kind of funny, like, a couple years later, where they're like, hey, we're not letting go of Kuz. We're keeping, like, you can take Ingram, you can take Josh Hart, you can take Lonzo, you can't touch Kuz. And being a couple years from that, being like, was he the right one to hold on to?
Fuck.
It's so funny, too, because, like, obviously, what do the Lakers think? Where do the Lakers go from here? Like, because they didn't just lose, and I'm surprised, Steve, you didn't talk more shit. They got their motherfucking ass bust, dog. I turned on the game and they be losing like 30 in the second quarter. Like it wasn't like, oh, maybe they can get it. It was like, nah, they losing this. I was like, immediately for the last two games.
Yeah, I was looking at some of their contract shit too, and like Montrezl Harrell it's like a $10 million player option. I'm gonna break this news right now. He's opting in. He's taking that $10 million because this is 2 playoffs in a row where he couldn't touch the court. Like they just wouldn't. They can't play him because he just gets roasted. And so, like, yeah, he's gonna opt in and get that $10 million because he's not getting $10 million anywhere else, right? So, like, you're locked into that. I think they still have obviously like AD and LeBron's like 70 million combined or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking of the guys that lost money this playoffs. Like Dennis Schroeder lost money, right?
Ooh.
Andre Drummond lost money. Like,
oh wait, I don't think Andre Drummond lost money. Andre Drummond was never gonna get that money again. That's why he's been opting into that player option that the Pistons gave him for so long.
But if I'm Andre Drummond's agent, right? If I'm Andre Drummond's agent, I would have been like, dude, you should have gone to Boston, man. You guys would have been out in the first or second round anyways, but you get to play 35 minutes a game because they got nobody. But instead, you go to the Lakers and you just get smoked. You just get absolutely smoked.
Ooh, man, it's rough. It's rough in LA, man. Because you think LeBron was complaining about the short off season. LeBron already on vacation. Yeah, I know. LeBron ain't not worried about this. And where's the future for Anthony Davis? All the Mr. Glass memes you see on Twitter. It's rough with my man. Hey, look, we talk about how like he was 6'2" and then he grew to be 6'11" and how it gives him his guard skills. But nobody ever talks about maybe that's why he's always fucking injured. Maybe his body grew too fast and now his limbs don't work correctly. Like every other year.
At the end of the day, my son Anthony Davis could say this to anybody. He got one ring. You feel me?
Yeah.
And he was balling. He was balling, and everybody was sucking his dick, and they would say Anthony Davis this and Anthony Davis that. Let the nigga go. My shoulder hurt, my knee hurt. Then my son's a bitch. Come on, man. Fuck y'all, bro. He did what he had to do. He did it in Orlando. He did what he had to do in Orlando. He did it in the bubble.
He did. He did it in the bubble.
Put an asterisk next to the bubble.
I'm not putting nothing on.
No.
They want a chip. They want a chip. Let's give them respect. Him and LeBron did what he had to do. Just because my son injured now, don't mean my son not gonna be balling next year. Now, for the rest of the scrubs on the Lakers who lost bread and that look a little tarnished, fuck them. You feel me? But I'm not here for the AD hate, and I'm not even a Lakers fan. He did what he had to do, and my son got hurt. It is what it is.
He did what he had to do. But like, I don't know. Hey man, it just don't feel it don't feel good seeing him taking some of these step back fadeaway jumpers.
No, it does not.
Hell no.
All these jumpers and all the so many threes. He was garbage from 3 this year.
I feel like too we've spent now 10 minutes talking about how the Lakers lost. I feel like we got to talk about the Suns, like because they actually won. Like,
give props to the Suns.
Dude.
Give props to Devin Booker. Give props to people putting some respect on Devin Booker's name.
Yeah, I love it. He bust LeBron James' ass so bad. LeBron James said, "I gotta give you my jersey." That's how bad he bust your boy's ass. Boy.
I saw LeBron too. Sports media, sports Twitter sucks sometimes because I saw a lot of people like dunking on LeBron for doing that. I'm like, dude, come on. Like I understand like not wanting to be boys with them on the court, but the game's over, man. Like you don't gain any respect by being a shithead after the game. Like it's okay.
Like, absolutely.
Right. And what is he gonna do? Give it to Chris Paul? Like Chris Paul is like his son's godfather. He don't want a goddamn LeBron jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
it's like respect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that same thing as I say. It's like a game recognized game thing. If I seen that you was killing it, win or lose, hey man, here's a jersey, swap a jersey, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, but
we should be like moving on. Like I like LeBron, obviously, but we should be moving on from LeBron. We should be like, all right, look, Devin Booker.
Yeah,
look, he's the king. Has shown his love to Devin Booker. Let's put Devin Booker in some fucking Gatorade commercial. Let's get Devin Booker out here. He's wilding off the court. He has an interest in life.
Yes, he does.
He can ball. Let's do that.
Yeah, I think we do. We collectively need to get everybody behind the Suns. We get Booker some more love. We get Chris Paul and like in a deep playoff run. That's a fun story. You get Frank Kaminsky minutes. Like, come on, everybody wins.
Hey, yo, that's the real winner of the playoffs.
He stays and lives in Wisconsin. Now I got a question to ask you, lovely people. So Lakers is gone. So that bullshit narrative they was gonna win and everybody sucking their beat you, that's gone. Right now, we got the Clippers, we got the Jazz, we got the Suns, we got the Nuggets. For real, who do y'all think is getting out of that?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I think the Suns. I really like the Suns, and I like refuse to pick the Jazz. The problem with the Suns Nuggets series, though, right? Like, say the whistle goes Jokic's way. The Suns have no backup bigs. Like I joked about Frank Kaminsky, but that like the backup center is Frank Kaminsky and Dario Saric. Like Jokic is going to average 80 points. Like he's gonna absolutely destroy him if that happens. So like I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the Suns won. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets won. Jazz. Like I feel like it's wide open right now. I mean, gun to the head. I honestly, I don't know. It's probably the Suns or the Clippers for me. I'm gonna just say the Suns because that's who I want to root for.
Who do you, out of those four, who do you think has the best matchup for the Nets, though?
Dude, fuck none of them, man.
There got to be one that a little makes sense because that's the person I want to root for. I don't want any team in the West to come to the final and then it's just like the Nets show. Like I would like a nice competitive final, if that makes sense. So,
yeah, I don't know, Justin. What do you think?
I don't know. Everybody would pick if the Clippers were called, I don't know, the West Bay Hawks or some shit. Everybody would pick the Clippers. It's just the fact that they're the Clippers. Nobody's picking the Clippers because the Clippers be clipping, as they say. Like they have the team where everybody like, nobody be surprised to see them win the finals.
Yeah,
but still the Clippers, and they barely beat like Luka and the rest of the Scooby Doo gang. So it's like.
But yeah, I mean, their main issue for that series was Luka, and then everybody else was Dookie Sauce. So we kind of have to see what they're gonna do with like a team with a supporting cast. Because I know y'all don't fuck with the Jazz, but they got a supporting cast.
Right?
It's not like just bum niggas. It's like people that could play. Yeah, so that might be a better matchup for them. But also, okay. You go.
No, I was just gonna say, the Jazz never run anyone out that's bad. Like, you're never going to see a bad – like, their worst player that gets minutes is, like, Derek Favors, who's really good. So, like – but then when you see the Clippers, they got, like, Terrence Mann out there. They got, like, Luke Kennard running around. Like, they do play bad guys sometimes. So, that's a good point about the Jazz.
Hey, Luke Kennard went on a 10-0 run today, baby. Let's go.
Fuck, man. That 46 million was worth it.
Luka hurt me. He hurt me taking that L.
But like, I truly don't have a pick out of the West. Like I don't know. The Jazz look great. I think the Grizzlies were an AC that was tough, and I don't want to give like the Jazz take away from the Jazz because the Grizzlies were playing them hard, but they were also playing the Grizzlies. So like, what does that look like? Donovan Mitchell's been balling, and they still the number one seed. I would feel confident in the Jazz against anybody in a series in the West, but then I also feel that way that the Suns could do it, and
Yeah.
I think the Nuggets could or the Clippers could. It's hard to say.
Yeah. Can you like see a world in where any of those teams take it to the Nets though?
I can see a world in where the Nets don't make it, but
So you think Philly could smack them? I know Philly lost today, whatever, that's whatever, but obviously they're gonna win the fucking series. It's like we don't gotta be scared. It's the Hawks. So you think Philly could smack them, is what you're saying?
I think it's a possibility. I don't know. I think also, I don't want to skip too early to the East, but I don't know what Milwaukee will do against them, especially without James Harden.
Milwaukee is definitely getting their ass busted. Hard body. 100%.
Well, so they announced Harden's out game 2 already. So I feel like, I mean, yeah, you're right though. They busted their ass without Harden already. So yeah.
You got KD, you got the idiot Kyrie, then you got Joey Buckets, then you got Blake Griffin. Come on, man.
Right, but are we
not busting? Milwaukee's not gonna bust their ass.
I don't know. Look, I will say it's hard to say, but there's no Jeff Green, so Blake Griffin is starting and playing big minutes.
Damn.
Can Blake Griffin consistently maintain 18 and 13 in a series while he's starting and playing over 30 minutes?
Wait, hold on.
We're talking about Jeff Green.
I can't let this go. I can't let this go this much further. We need to take a bigger pause, Steve, after we say Kyrie and then go down to Joey Buckets. That rolled off the tongue too fast that we went Joey Buckets and Blake Griffin. There is a considerable drop off between those two guys.
I don't know if it's the Crown Royale and the Surf on Acid I'm drinking, but hey, man, Joey Buckets, he's yamming him. He's buckets. Tell me some of the supporting cast of Milwaukee. I'm here. I'll wait. You got Drew Holiday, you got Giannis, and you got Chris, whatever. That's not the dude from Silicon Valley. What are we talking about? Brooklyn is gonna beat Milwaukee.
I think it's going 6 or 7. I think it's going to be a series. Especially if they don't have Harden 100%. Like there's going to be a game where Giannis goes bonkers and wins one. I think Drew Holiday is shutting down Kyrie the vaccine. I think that's happening. I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, look, Mike Budenholzer is still the coach, and he did have a quote where he straight up said like, "Oh yeah, Giannis always wants to say it, and Chris wants to say it, and Drew wants to say it, but we have a deep bench. We got to play those guys." And then I looked at the box score. I was at the game, and I was like, the bench didn't do anything. Then I looked at the box score to make sure, and the bench combined had like 13 points.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
Jeff
Teague played minutes. That's a mistake. Jeff Teague
got the best heckle I've heard at a game. And Jeff Teague was in the game, hit a spin move in a lane and took like a left-hand shot and missed it. And then somebody behind him was like, "Hey," just like quietly was like, "Hey man, that's not you." like Jeff, you can't be doing that. That's so disrespectful. And it was just like, what are you doing?
I pictured that being like a Bucks fan too, like almost supportive. Like, "Hey Jeff, focus on you, man. Like that's not your game."
It was a Nets fan too. All the other stuff he was saying, like "fuck the Bucks, fuck Giannis," and then when Jeff Teague did that, it was pure sadness in his heart because he saw Jeff Teague try to do that.
All right, go ahead.
I think the saddest shit I ever seen in the history of basketball is I'm watching Boston Celtics play the Nets playoff game. This guy just got Jason Tatum, goes in and out, shoots a 3, right? Makes the 3, and then claps his hand like this, and automatically his face drops as he looks up at the scoreboard, and they're down 12. It's like, yo, damn. He's like, yo, I could do whatever right now, and we not gonna win. Shout out my son Irish Drake, wherever you at, bro. He looked crazy in person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looks crazy. You know what I mean?
Wait, which one?
Jason Tatum looks insane in person.
Yeah, like just because he's like sneaky tall.
He's like super big and he's like brawling. Like in TV, he look like he's like whatever. But in person, he look bigger than you think he is. He look chopped as shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he dribbles and shoots mad weird. Like if you look at it, you're like, there's no way that shit is money. And it's money. He just looked crazy. But he also looked like a type of dude that doesn't want to play basketball, but he's good at basketball, so he's just playing.
Oh no, that's not
you know
good.
What I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's not good for a franchise player.
Hey, that's my man's though. He did his thing a lot, but that's what he looked like, body language and face wise.
Before we keep staying in the East, we should talk about the game we presumably watched earlier with the Mavs and Clippers. Just a little more. And once again, Luka balled out. And then the moment Luka stopped scoring every point, the Mavs or the Clippers went on a 24-2 run or something.
Yeah. And like, dude, Jeff Van Gundy or was it Mark Jackson? They were like, I don't understand why like Luka had a pretty good first half. I don't understand why he's having a bad second half. Because he's tired. He had to do he had to do every like I couldn't believe that was a question. I'm like, he had to take every shot because his team is so bad. Like this, honestly, the second best player on the team today was either Dorian Finney-Smith, who maybe you know, maybe you don't, or Boban. Like Boban legit outplayed Porzingis.
Yeah, there was a point in the game where they couldn't get a bucket, and then they just started throwing it to Boban and started scoring, and he was actually getting defense. Like they made that little run at the end, and then that got destroyed because Reggie Jackson bust somebody in the eye with a three.
God.
The Clippers were like 20 of 40 from three-pointer. You're not winning games like that.
Dude,
and they were mostly open.
It just dawned on me. Reggie Jackson and Luke Kennard won Game 7.
Out of bounds, Detroit basketball.
Wait, cue that up again. I saw Blake Griffin cross somebody over and dunk on him.
Out of bounds, Detroit basketball.
Hey, the only former Pistons that's at Andre Drummond.
Yo.
Everybody else who just left the business is eating right now.
Oh man, but yeah, dude, it's funny. Like you knew how like fucked the Mavs were because after like Game 4, Game 5, Carlisle's like, hey, what if we just start our two biggest dudes? Like, what if we played two centers? The only team in the league right now is starting two centers, Boban and Porzingis, while the other team is just throwing guards out. Like the Clippers, their biggest guy was Marcus Morris. It was like two coaches that were like, fuck it. I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. But that dude, the Mavs team, if Luka gets any help, they're going to be dangerous because he like truly seems like he's the best player in the league right now.
My thing that disappointed me the most about the Mavericks going home is I wanted the drama of the Clippers losing and the blowing out of the teams. And because now, like, regardless, like, sure, Leonard might leave. Sure. Yeah. But is he really going to leave? Because, you know what I mean? He might even get to the conference finals. If he fuck around, play right, they might even beat the Jazz. You dig what I'm saying? But if he lost to Dallas, we get more Luka magic and then the drama of free agency. So that's why I'm disappointed. But Luka ain't got no score. Luka did what he had to do. You feel me? He came in, he clocked in, he gave you a good shift, then he went home. It is what it is.
It was pretty nuts seeing Steph Curry get buckets in the Philly game and then Josh Richardson just not be able to play. Like he couldn't even get on the floor. And it was like, yikes, man. Daryl Morey strikes again.
Now, I didn't watch this game, guys. So I thought Embiid was injured. So he's all right.
Yeah, he's just playing on a torn meniscus. Like he's
why? And like, he got 38 with that. What's going on?
I know. Also, wait, hold on.
That to me is insane.
That before we go in, I just got to share John's comment because we didn't see John last week. And he says you missed 1 week and the boys call you out and crying in the bar with Saboner.
The boner, yo.
Hey, hold on. But real quick, can we go to the Mike G comment?
Yeah,
I've seen this.
It's a comment OD.
People used to give me ish for picking Trae Young over Luka after that draft. Y'all think I have a valid argument yet? No.
Hey, Mike G, you don't. Sadly, but Mike G, I'm not mad if you like Trae more than Luka. Yeah. You might like his style of play, but you don't have a valid argument yet.
Yeah. I think you can still root for Trae, and
Absolutely.
You can still say your GM was an idiot.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I think now people got to put a little bit more respect on Trae's name, just a little bit, because he's showing up in the playoffs. He's crushing as the villain. You know what I mean? And he took him there. Nobody in their mother was ever gonna be like, yeah, the Hawks is gonna be in the fucking playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
I know. And I'm gonna go full screen for this right now. I'm taking the Hawks. I'm taking the Hawks in this series.
Wait, whoa,
where?
Whoa.
To travel to Philadelphia?
I might have to do another shot. What did you say?
I'm taking the Hawks.
Hey, where did this come from?
I have been injecting my veins with Bogdanovich blood for the last 2 weeks.
Hey.
I just love this team. I think they like Embiid is going to be a problem, but the Sixers have the two best defenders to throw at Trae Young, and Trae Young does not give a fuck. I think if you ask Trae Young to be honest, he'd be like, I don't think Ben Simmons should be in the league. Like he's got no respect for those guys. And like he's doing the villain. I mean, you called it, Steve. Like he is the villain right now, which is making this matchup so fun because Embiid also has villain vibes. So to see them like go head to head on that is pretty awesome. You know what? The Hawks probably aren't going to win, but I like them. I really do think they have a shot at it because I thought like, of course, the Sixers are probably still favored. The Sixers still probably come back, win a few games, but like you could feel it, right? If the Sixers won this game today because they came back, if they won this game, series is over in like 4, right? You can't be up 25 and blow that lead. But I do think like they get that W while almost shit in the bed in Philly. I mean, I don't know. I think they can hang.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean,
I definitely think they can hang. And but a win? Woo! You can't say I think they can hang after picking them to win. You got to put some more bass in that.
Hawks and 7.
Hawks and 7. I'm not gonna lie to you. If the Hawks bust that ass, I'm not even mad. I'm not mad. Do I think it's gonna happen? Hell no. And if it did happen, would I be upset? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because that's more respect to Trae and the gang, which is beautiful, and that's the easier route to the finals for the Brooklyn Nets. You feel me, man? That's all I need. I just need Brooklyn in the house one time. You feel me?
Wait, so are you rooting for Brooklyn right now?
Out of all the teams, all 4 teams, yes. Out of all 4 teams, yes. I'm here for Brooklyn. I'm here for Philly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not here for any team in the West to win a chip unless it's CP3 and Devin Booker.
Yeah.
But I'm happy Jokic is in the second round because when he get his trophy, it's gonna be in Denver. It's awesome. I can't wait for that. That's sick.
He can't be in that conference room.
No, just so he could prove that little dickhead wrong. That's all I needed.
Yeah, he can't.
Sorry, Dame. That's all I needed from my son.
Real quick, Trae Young is the star of the playoffs so far.
Absolutely.
No question. Like Trae Young is the star. He's been balling. I think it's a disservice to compare him to Luka. I know they were drafted near each other, but they're doing different things. Trae Young is like magnetic.
I mean,
it's just incredible to watch.
Like in retrospect, that whole draft, right? So you had Ayton, who's turned into like a monster. I mean, he's not at the same level as Trae and Luka, but like has been great. You got Luka, Trae, like all balling up. Marvin Bagley.
Come on, man.
Hey, Marvin Bagley probably not. Hey, man, chill. Marvin Bagley's is trying to stay in the league, bro.
Yo, y'all mad disrespectful. This man said he's just trying to do his job right now. Just relax.
Hey, let me get that second contract first. Let me get that second contract before we go in.
Oh man, Jesus, Richard Rollins. I just saw this comment that caught me off guard.
You know what, bro? I'm not even mad at that.
Oh, go get it, Luka.
Yeah, I'm not even mad at that. Also, shout out Luka. If you're rocking a shirt, why you clipping it, Luka? That's my G right there.
Yeah. Hey, look, sloppy but effective, bro.
That's a fact.
That's Luka in a nutshell.
That's a fact.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm with you. Like Trae is absolutely the star. That dude is. I'm like every game he's lighting it up, right? There was some crazy stat they shared today where like first player since I think Kareem to score 30 plus points in his first 4 away games. Now, granted, there's so many contingencies to that record, but still to score like 30 plus in your 4 straight away game playoff games is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. But yeah,
I want to see some. We need more prime time Trae. This is fun.
If Mike is right and he gets to the conference finals, that's definitely gonna be a thing. But I felt like, I mean, when I play with the young kids, they seem like they love Trae. So I thought he was, he was up there.
I do think the Embiid thing is like, I mean, if Embiid's right and he looked great today, but I imagine you're pretty fucked up the day after. Like if you've got a torn meniscus and then you go out there and play a full ass game, I imagine it's going to take a couple days. Also, do we not need meniscus? Like,
Bro, I don't know. Bro, I don't understand this either.
yeah. Like,
He said, do we just not need that?
because Embiid clearly doesn't. Embiid was hitting like Dirk fadeaway jump shots. Like Embiid was a monster today. It did make me every time he jumped, though. I think Joker Rock said this too. I want to give him credit. Yeah, every time he jumped, I was like, please don't get hurt. Please don't get hurt.
Yeah, they're definitely playing with fire.
Yeah, it feels like injuries have affected the playoffs so much already that it feels like another dominoes are going to continue to fall, and it would suck. Obviously, it would suck if Embiid goes out, if Harden can't play.
Yeah,
it's just like, but hey, that's the game. You got to step up and win. You beat who's in front of you. Like I wouldn't be sad if I was a Hawks fan. Like,
no way. You're right. You're like, yeah, you go at Embiid's knee.
Okay.
That's where we found the line.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not mad at that, Mike.
All right. So I guess like to go series by series, I'm the only one that's thinking Atlanta's coming out of this, right? You guys are.
I'm Philly.
I will say the reason I do want Philly to win though is because Philly's the only one that has a shot to get through Brooklyn. I think. I mean, if Milwaukee can't do it, right? Like Atlanta would be a fun story, but Atlanta's getting cooked by Brooklyn if that happens.
Right.
Sure,
of course.
Sure.
Yeah, Philly. Surely Philly has the defenders to stop Trae Young. They haven't, or at least bother him. And then the Hawks, you're relying on that, supporting cast, which is very good, but it's still not. You need the star player hitting buckets, and like as good as Bogdan is, as good as John Collins is, like what's going to happen when you need a Kevin Huerter 20-point game or DeAndre Hunter 20-point game? They're capable, but Philly has defenders everywhere.
Did you guys watch the last few minutes of the game today of the Philly Atlanta game?
No, I missed the game.
So, right, they're blowing this lead. Philly's coming back. Atlanta's out of timeouts, and Kevin Huerter looked like deer in headlights. Where every time he got the ball, he almost was like, "Trap me!" Like he turned it over like 3 or 4 times in a row, and I felt so bad. Bogdanovich finally was like, "Hey, dude, just give me the fucking ball. Like I'm gonna ice this thing. Give me the ball." But every time Huerter touched it, it was like panic mode. But hey, if Atlanta does play Brooklyn, Clint Capella is gonna average 42 rebounds a game, though. Like,
goodness, man, they were. We can skip to the Bucks a little bit. I was just watching it. It was like Brook Lopez just put his hands up, grab it, and turn, just dunk the ball. It was so easy for him to get boards down there.
Yeah,
that easy though,
bro. It was like these people draped on him. It was like, oh, okay, they just can't stop Brook Lopez from grabbing rebounds.
Blake can't. He's got 6 jumps a game. You can't waste him on rebounds. He only got 6.
Right. That's why the Philly Nets series would be intriguing because they don't have anything for Embiid at all.
Yeah. So do you, Steve? You got Brooklyn coming out of this?
I think Brooklyn is busting that ass.
Yeah, Justin, where are you at?
I don't know. Look, when you asked me a finals pick, I jokingly said what Jazz Bucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jazz Bucks.
Can I ask you a question though about the Jazz?
Yeah.
You think
we haven't talked about the Jazz at all
because y'all really don't fuck with the Jazz. But hold on, dude, it don't matter if y'all don't fuck with the Jazz.
No,
it don't matter. Trust me. I'm just asking this question. Do you think that the whole NBA and its faithful watchers will take the Jazz more serious if they beat the Clippers, or do you think it's going to be the same shade?
That's a great question. Like, do you think, or is it just like forever disrespect? Disrespect for the Jazz?
I personally think the disrespect for that team lies in not only the city, but that they only have one flashy player. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike Conley hustles, Joe Ingles hustles, Jordan Clarkson hustles. Donovan's the only flashy thing. Even Rudy. You know what I'm saying? So I think because since that dude is the only one that's like pretty exciting, I put it in quotations because I think the other players are fun to watch. I think people just don't fuck with them. And then also they're small market teams. And then people are like, there's no way they really gonna win. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I think that's what people are like, fuck that. But I think if they beat the Clippers, I think it's pretty crazy to not give at least respect for them to have the number 1 seed and then make the conference finals.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think one of the reasons they might get more respect is because like the other teams that are out, right? Like there's no conversation around LeBron, right? When LeBron's in, that's where all the conversation. There's no Steph Curry, right? So like we only have these like smaller market teams to talk about now. And even though the Clippers are in LA, I think they're still considered a small market team. Yeah. So I think you're right. I think if they get through the Clippers, they'll get a little bit more love.
I think a lot of the respect has to do with that nobody watches Jazz games. It's straight up. The Jazz come on at like 10:30 at night. They're not pushed. They're not playing 1 p.m. games on ABC on Sundays. They have the best record in the league, and people don't know who Donovan. I feel like Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert aren't really known that well, and it's just a lot of fans don't watch Jazz games. People weren't watching the Grizzlies series, really, or as much as the other series. So now the Jazz and the Clippers is their chance to show out. And I honestly think the Jazz will beat the Clippers.
I hope so. I also want to say Joker Rock right here. It says, same shade. It will be what the Clips didn't do instead of what the Jazz did.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, I think maybe, but it could be. If the Jazz just take it to them, I think the Jazz will get their love. I don't know if it's because the Clippers are the sexy team, and the narrative will be through the Clippers because we are looking for them to be disappointing. But I think the Jazz will finally get some of that love. Donovan Mitchell was electric. That team is fun. Look, now that Luka's not out, people are going to really root for Joe Ingles. It's like it's straight up a good team. And Jordan Clarkson's fun. Conley, all that. It's a good team.
You gotta love Conley.
They have the best record in the league. Don't nobody give a fuck.
I know.
It's crazy. Even when I was like, yo, they official. I fuck with Donovan. Y'all were like, okay, so the next topic is. I'm like, damn, we can't even give Mr. 45 some love. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think we talked about this. I think we talked about this in person. I don't know if we talked about this on the 89 Cavs. The thing that's rubbing me wrong with Donovan Mitchell is he's too aware that he's on camera. And is bugging me a little bit. Where like it's almost like it's like fake tough guy stuff almost. Like there's just too much expression happening with his eyes when the camera's on him, and I'm like, I don't like this, Donovan. Like just be you. You don't need to be somebody else for me.
I want you, Mike Z, after we're done with this episode and you have some time, you might eat some food, you might have another bevy. Go to YouTube, put Lingard, Lingraud, best moments, and tell me if that man is not more crazy on camera than Donovan Mitchell. Okay. Also, shout out Lingard. You out in West Ham. I see you do your thing, bro. I'm going to get a jersey soon. Trust me. That I did order because that's my man.
Oh, man. I also know we got real basketball fans in the chat because Royce O'Neal is underrated on defense, in my opinion, as well. Huge role player. The fact that Royce O'Neal is getting shout-outs right now, we know people.
It's a dope team. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say, oh, they're gonna win the finals, but I would like to see them make it. You feel me?
Yeah. The Jamal Murray injury really sucks because I do think if the Nuggets were healthy, I think they could hang with the Nets. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can hang with.
Of course,
Michael Porter Jr. God damn.
Shout out to Republican one time.
My man's got that thing automatically loaded and always ready. He's like, if there's a couple of times where it's like, what's going on? But otherwise, he's like shooting like whenever.
Yo, before the series started, I hyped him up a little bit. I was like, oh, he's gonna cook Norman Powell, and then he was trash for like the first 2 games. And I was like, come on, man, how are you gonna do this? Like, I've been, you've converted me, and I'm an MPJ truther now. And then he came out in Game 6 and just fired threes. He had 6 in the first quarter. 6 threes in the first quarter. Unbelievable.
So Jamal Murray is out like forever, like next year type shit. Like even if they make the finals, Jamal can't pull up.
He's not gonna be back till like next March.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a full year injury. Yeah. It's bad. So you're getting a lot of Campazzo.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
You know who we do have to shout out though is Austin Rivers, who is now he's shooting something like 50% from 3 right now.
Yeah. It's because he went to New York for a little bit and he had to flip his Dumbo crib. And he's like, yo, whatever crib I got in Colorado, I'm not flipping it, baby. I'm balling. That's what happened, bro. He's like, I'm not selling another fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think I'm fronting? Google it. He had to flip his Dumbo crib.
Oh, is that real?
Yo, Google it. He got a crib in Dumbo. He thought shit was sweet. Then the Knicks was like, it's not sweet. And then he got in Denver. So he was like, all right, I'm not flipping another crib when I get traded or sign with another team. That got to be embarrassing, bro. That has to be super embarrassing. Yeah. You think you're there for long term or whatever, you know what I mean?
And then Tibbs just goes out and gets Derrick Rose and is like, you're done, dude.
Yeah.
You're done.
Hey, it worked out. It worked out for the both of them. And now Austin Rivers is out here giving you playoff buckets. All right, second round bucket.
Yeah.
The whole Rivers clan is just balling in the playoffs right now.
The whole clan?
Yeah, the whole family.
The whole family.
Seth Curry's in it too, right?
Yeah. I was thinking.
Come on, man. Now you be a little disrespectful, dog. Chill out.
Oh shit! Wait, I was just gonna say something else about the. Oh, I feel like we should pick. So like, where are you at with Jazz Clippers? Are you guys both taking the Jazz?
I think the Clippers is gonna bust that ass, but I want the Jazz to win. So I'm rooting for the Jazz, but I think the Clippers is gonna bust that ass. But I want the Jazz to win.
You want the Jazz? What about you, Justin?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Jazz to be. I feel like I should give the Jazz some love. But truly, wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers won. But the Jazz, I don't trust the Clippers. The Clippers still get a lot of Reggie Jackson minutes, and the Jazz have good guards, so they can chill out the Reggie Jackson shit.
Reggie Jackson, Terrence Mann, Nicholas Batum. I
guess Pat Beverly is going to be allowed to play again.
Yeah.
But if you're a big forward, aren't you just looking for Pat Beverly on switches too? Not everybody's Luka, but if I'm like a bench player and I'm in and I see Pat Beverly and I'm like 6'7", I'm like, nah, I'm putting him in a hole.
That has to be such an ego hit for Pat Bev, who's like the defensive dog who can shut down anybody, and Luka's like, switch, bring him up. I'm gonna pound him, and then he couldn't play anymore. That's just gonna be a brutal feeling, like the Enes Kanter style, where you get one game, and then the coach is like, I can never play you again.
It's so wild with the Clippers. Just like last year, it was the bench. They had Trez, and that was the whole problem. Mm-hmm. Oh, you could get him in a switch and destroy him. And now this year it's Pat Beverly. They always got a dude on the team was like, nah, we gonna switch on him. That's beast. That's beast. They got Kawhi and Paul George, two great defenders, but still, there's always one dude like, nah, but they can't run through every pick. Ooh, we gonna run enough picks. We can run a matchup.
They're just watching Ray Allen tape. Like, how many guys do we need to bring around? So the last one we hadn't picked yet was Suns and Nuggets. Are we all taking the Suns out of there?
That's gonna be a good Game 7 series. That's going to the wire. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would rather see the Suns win, but it's like it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. You know what I mean? But also, if the Nuggets win, that's cool too. I would just like to see CP3 do something before his time is done.
Yeah,
but he might not be able to. It is what it is. It happens to the best of them.
How healthy is Chris Paul? Is that shoulder just gonna be weird the whole series?
He looked mad fucked up. I ain't gonna hold you. He looked like he trying to do extra shit when he don't got to do extra shit. You dig what I'm saying?
It looks like the ball's heavier. Like when he's shooting it, it looks like it's just more work. It's like a kid using a full-size basketball for the first time.
Yeah. In a way, it's not Chris Paul. There's truly times where he'd go right, I think, or I think he went shoulder, and it's just like, in 2K, he try to cross over with a player who don't got handles, and they just trip and the ball go out of the mouth.
Yeah, that's what he looked like. It
straight up looked like that. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
and it's that's one of those injuries that just doesn't. It's not an overnight thing. It's just he's gonna play through it. He's smart enough. He's experienced enough to be able to.
Yeah.
But what does it look like when the team is throwing? I don't know. When he has to do more against.
Well, I tell you what, it's not gonna be this series because it's Campazzo.
Wait,
Monty Morris.
Hey, look, I'm not saying Campazzo is good, but in fact, no one ever says Campazzo is good. All they say about Campazzo is, "Oh man, he's annoying as hell." Every time they talk about Campazzo or they talk about players talking about Campazzo, it's like, man, that dude is annoying. All he does is like get up in you. I know he's gonna be hit. He's gonna be tapping that shoulder. Like he's that dude who's to get Chris Paul frustrated. I don't know if that's gonna be effective, but he's definitely gonna do it.
I got another question for y'all. I haven't watched a Nuggets game since my son Jamal Murray, the glitch, my Canadian cousin, it got injured. Is the guy y'all talking about, Campazzo, is that the same dude that LaMelo bitched down?
I think so.
Probably. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, basically, we talk about the same dude. He's not gonna be annoying, bro.
I think that dude. One of the best things about like that first round series against the Blazers, which I guess we haven't really touched with the Blazers at all, but Dame, who like is notorious for just being unflappable, right? Nothing gets to him, no moment too big. Like Dame's just level headed all the time. There was like a moment at the end of game one where you see him just being like, dude, shut the fuck up to Campazzo.
Hey man, Campazzo was 30. He's a EuroLeague veteran, dog. He got all the tricks.
Yeah.
he know what to do.
I want to hate Campazzo, but that is how I played rec league basketball in my 20s. Just grabbing like the insides of jerseys as big man ran by me. Like
you gotta start saying shit that don't make sense while you guarding them. Like, I'm in your grill, George Foreman. I'm in your grill, George Foreman. They're like, yo, what the fuck is this 5'7" dude saying right now?
Yo, that is super effective. Sometimes I just have conversations with myself. You just see a dude like, hey, what? Like, hey, my man, you good?
Oh, yo, speaking of Portland, just a little bit. They fired Stotts like immediately. Immediately they fired their coach, and Dame was like, "Get me Jason Kidd."
He said that verbatim.
Which I think is a concern.
Hey, dog, what? Jason Kidd hasn't done a good job as a coach. Why did everybody want Jason Kidd other than it being Jason Kidd?
Because I don't know if you noticed, Portland got great weed. It's a liberal town, and Dame probably smoking some nice shit. And then sometimes you grab your phone and you click the Bird app and you write stupid shit when you're high. Because there's no other reason for him to tweet that he wants Jason Kidd. That don't make no fucking sense.
Wait, Jaybird trying to break news over here? He said we might be getting Karl Anthony Towns. Really?
When he says we, does he mean Portland?
I think so, because he says hopefully staying with the Blazers earlier.
Oh, hold on.
No, there was a rumor about that.
Hold on. That would be beautiful. Now we're talking business.
Wait, who are you? Was it like CJ and Nurk? Like who?
Minnesota has no reason to get rid of dude. They have a young team, and he's there. Like he's under contract.
Also, speaking of Nurkic, real quick, at the end of the game, did you hear this interview? At the end of the game, he was like, "Yeah, maybe I'll be back if the situation's right." Hey,
here's the exact quote. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
I would say the exact quote is, "My contract is non-guaranteed, so don't know if I'll back. I'll let Rich Paul, my agent, figure that out."
Yo, hey, Nurk, I need you to look in the mirror, my dude. You're the third banana on a team that got knocked out in the first round. You don't have that kind of power. You're not Dame. You're not even CJ. You just take that money, bro.
Bro, if Dame said I don't want him back, Nurkic ain't coming back.
Yeah.
He should have said, I don't know. If Dame will be back, I'll be here. Dame not full like that. They not just going. But he's good. He held his own. But
hold on, we gotta get the dude that knew about this cat to Portland. What's the details? Who they giving up to get Cat? Because isn't Cat in like 6-year contracts, some crazy shit, right?
Yeah, he's saying just rumors.
It's just rumors. I bet. Man, I hope that shit comes true because I would fuck with that for Dame.
Yeah, that would not address their defensive problems that they have right now, but it would be cool. It would be cool.
Sick.
Dame is the type of dude that Cat needs to play with. Dame will protect Cat.
Yeah. It's like the right kind of toughness, not the Jimmy Butler type of toughness that will put you in therapy.
No, Dame is like, yo. Dame is like, nah, you with me, you family. Jimmy Butler's like, nah, that nigga hoe, but he on my team.
I want to shout out Reen real quick, saying this channel is going to blow up. Been watching your videos every morning. Michael Porter Jr. for life. That's the kind of following I'm trying to get. We're all on the Michael Porter Jr. What an arc we've had on Michael Porter Jr. Because when this started, it was not polite.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie, man. If you vote Republican, it's still fuck you. But he putting a ball in a basket on a great level, so I gotta let it slide. You feel me?
Yeah. Real quick too on the the Nuggets Suns series. They picked the Suns, and I know it's wild to be talking about them like we're like some real analytic basketball podcast, but the Nuggets are playing a bunch of dudes that just popped out of the G League too at guard because Will Barton and PJ Dozier have been injured. What's my name? Marcus Howard?
I'd never heard of Marcus Howard before in my life.
I like him too. Like, dude is like scrappy as hell, and I enjoy watching him play. But it's like, I hope he plays well and stays in the league for a decade.
Yeah.
But it's just like, ooh, you relying on that because they don't have guards.
Talk about. Y'all need to know. The fans need to know what Mike Z said one time about a bench woman. He said, I never heard this man's name not once.
And like, guys, listen, I watch too much basketball. I like do deep dives for daily fantasy sports. When he checked in for the first time, I truly out loud was like, who the fuck is this? I've never heard of this guy. I was like Howard Isley. I was thinking of like Juwan Howard. I'm like, I don't know who this Howard is.
So you don't understand how weak I was when you said that shit. I never heard this man's name not once. Oh my god, what a statement to utter.
But yeah, you're right, Justin. They are rolling out just like anybody.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, it's working. It worked against the Blazers, but you're gonna need, well, it's wild to say, but you're gonna need Will Barton. You're gonna need Dozier. You're gonna need those 4 to 8 guys to be healthy because it may be what it comes down to if you're evenly matched to give you a platitude.
Yeah, I will say, man, like what a testament to Jokic this year, though, to like single-handedly go in there and beat the Blazers. Really, like I know MPJ had a pretty good game, Monty Morris had a couple good games, but like, dude, like they were down. What was it like? Down 15 in the third quarter in that last game, and Jokic was like, "Oh, I guess I just need to score now," and just lit him up, just like absolutely lit him up. It's been pretty cool. It's been cool seeing him like do it in the playoffs. Because you're right, Steve, man. If he won the MVP from home, that would have been a bummer.
That shit would have been terrible.
That would have been a bummer. All right, I feel like we got to talk about at least one more thing. I didn't even tell you guys about this ahead of time, but I feel like we have to talk about the Celtics just for a second. We didn't talk about them in the last episode as they got their asses kicked, but they didn't fire. They agreed to terms of parting ways with Danny Ainge. So Danny Ainge is gone. Brad Stevens is now the president of basketball operations, or GM, whatever his official title is. They do not have a coach. When the news first came out, I thought they were like, oh, Brad is helping get the new GM and then is going to keep coaching. What? Why did we just get rid of our good coach? It's like Brad's a good coach. Why? I feel like that not only now, like we're down a coach, but we're also down a great coach. It's not like Terry Stotts got fired, or it's not like, I don't know, Steve Clifford from the Magic or something. Like a good coach is no longer the coach.
You want me to keep it real with you?
Yeah.
All right. So he got knocked out first round, and his team's all scrambled. So Brad didn't want to deal with that bullshit. Danny Ainge knew, all right, this team looked fucked up, so the blame's going to be on me because I done did this shit for Kemba, and I got to fix it. Danny Ainge is like, I'm a grown-ass man. I got 2 rings. I did my thing. I scrapped with people, and I got the KG Ray Allen shit. He was like, all right, I'm a dip. You feel me? So Brad was like, all right, if he's dipping, you know I'm good for it. Let me get his job because I don't want to do this shit and deal with this bullshit-ass team right now. They said, all right, bro, pull up. And now they about to get who else? My man, Rick Pitino. Let me stop. Let me chill. Nah, real talk, I read a lot of rumors that it's going to be Roy Williams. That's what I read a lot. Let me stop.
What would they get it? College.
I'm dead ass.
Roy Williams is like 68. Now, That would be.
The fuck he need bread too? What you mean?
No, but like, why? No, he's good. Roy Williams can retire and go anywhere in North Carolina and catch for the rest of his life.
These are the names. I heard Chauncey Billups.
What?
Who? Speaking of Rick Pitino, I heard Chauncey Billups. The other one that I got excited about, Becky Hammonds too, was on like the short list.
Oh yeah, there was some talk.
Hey, God bless Becky. That's my son. Don't do it in that town.
Ooh, on the Celtics?
Don't do it in that town. I wanted a head coach, maybe somewhere else that's liberal. Don't do it in that town.
Bro, they're going to be saying, I don't know. I feel like that it's going to take a lot for Boston media not to use the term broad.
Yes. Yes.
That's and like, just terrible shit. Like,
yeah.
Because And that's not to say that should affect them, giving someone an opportunity.
Right.
It's just
you're saying for Becky, like if you're in
it's
Becky,
just like,
I would rather that not for my son.
It's gonna be like a thing.
Well, it was funny. The first rumor that came out too before Billups was Jason Kidd as well, which like again, why?
Bro.
But it's recorded. It's recorded in TV history. 30,000 people in the Garden chanting like wife beater after the domestic assault that happened, like that playoff run. Like if you're Jason Kidd, why would you be like, yeah, that's where I want to go? I mean, not that I'm saying he was in the right or anything, but like, Boston fan, why would you want to be back in that organization? I don't know.
That's stupid. You're right. Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah. Also, I'm curious in the chat or Mike, like, how do you feel that you're gonna actually maybe potentially make moves instead of talk about moves you could have made and then lose with the team with players you should have had? Like,
Man.
No more assets, no more potential trades during the draft that never materialized.
Well,
no more rumors.
You know what the problem is? Like they don't now. Sorry, motorcycle. Now we're on the other side of it. We don't have any assets to trade. So like. The most interesting thing about all of this, like, so you say you're a player and your coach gets promoted to GM, anybody that gets traded, like that's kind of fucked up, right? Because then it's like the coach was like, you're not good for this. It's like one thing when it's the general manager that's a step removed, but if like Marcus Smart gets traded by Brad Stevens like, yeah, Marcus Smart's not going to make this team better. Like, I just feel like it's an extra stab,
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna go clean. If I was Brad Stevens, I would have been like, yo, fuck this motherfucker. I'm trading you for some bullshit. Most definitely.
Yeah. I would bet a lot of money Marcus Smart's playing for like, I don't know, probably the Spurs. The Spurs probably pick him up and then he becomes an all-star or something like that because that's what happens in San Antonio. But there's no way he's on the Celtics next year, I don't think.
Hey, ain't no way in hell.
Marcus Smart should be a Clipper, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Marcus Smart and the Clippers would be a problem. Actually, if they were playing Patrick Beverly and they instead had Marcus Smart, which is wild to say.
No, that's a great fit.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's fire.
Look, you said some things to come full circle. We talked about Michael Porter Jr. Look, if I'm Brad Stevens, I do some karma shit. They so mad about the goddamn people stacking unlucky or whatever. Brad Stevens, I come in and make a karma move. We're giving Isaiah Thomas $30 million. I don't care. I just give him $30 million. I don't care if it's over 30 years. Just throw that man some money, get some goodwill back, get that luck back, and then figure out the moves. Win over some people.
Someone please pay. Oh, go ahead, Steve.
This is the first time in my life I agree with Justin. I would do the same.
I honestly, just so we don't have to see those tweets, because it makes me so sad when Isaiah tweets stuff out that's just like, got more jumpers up today. Looks like the Pelicans could use a hand. And just like, no, Isaiah, let your agent do that. You don't have to do that on Twitter. Like, come on, man. Like, pay him. Pay Isaiah. Let Isaiah be the coach, player coach.
Come on. Chill out.
Oh, man. Shit. We're towards the end, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up that. I don't have that Rondo clip when he was on the podcast with Matt Barnes and
all the smoke.
No, all the smoke. But go ahead.
No. I was gonna see if I could find it. You keep talking about it. I'll see if I can find it.
Niggas is shooting like 15 3-pointers a game. I said, all right, fuck it. I'm going to do the same shit. That one, right?
Yeah.
And just like
He might have said more than 15. It was a crazy number. I don't remember, but he was like, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna do the same shit.
I think I got it right here.
It might be 20 though. I forgot. I don't even talk about.
We won't be able to monetize this now, but
it's a problem. We don't do it.
If it's a problem, we don't gotta do it.
No. I mean, what? It's like $3. All right, here we go. Wait. Actually, can you hear this?
What is it about like you and like J Kid, like even J Kid, like y'all wasn't shooters now. Now they can't leave y'all open.
That's what he tell me too. But now just working and not giving a fuck. You know what I mean? Shit.
But on some real shit, that not giving a fuck meter has to be really high. And to me, that's the only thing holding Ben Simmons back right now is that I don't give a fuck meter. And once you get over that I don't give a fuck meter, you're good.
The crazy part is you look around the league, niggas shooting 3 for 17. I'm like, what the fuck?
Come on, for real.
They say
that shit go.
Okay, bet. All right, okay, cool. All right, nigga, that's 12-3. Nigga, I'm a 5 of the motherfuckers. What you talking about?
Exactly. For real.
Hey man, that's
so
the Kentucky right there. That's the Kentucky right there.
He kept it all the way real. Also, hold on. We got Steven Jackson. We can't leave Rajon Rondo open. Is that what we gonna say?
Yo, bro, you can't have imagine if you had a guest on your show, right? Like imagine if you had like LaMarcus Aldridge on your show. You like, yeah, man, that nigga should have just left you at the 3-point open because your shit is garbage. Like you can't say no shit like that.
I thought it was all the smoke. I thought it was all the smoke.
Imagine if you had Sabonis on your channel. You like, yo, LaMelo just rocked it on you, bro, and then he smacked his head. How'd you feel about that, Sabonis? Like, come on, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, we're gonna review the 5 times you got smashed on this year. And I want you to tell me what happened.
Tyronn Lue 20 years anniversary. The nigga really stepped over you. How did you like? Come on, bro. Like you can't say shit like that on a podcast with your guest, man.
Yeah, look, you say that, and I'm gonna own it. I was a big KG fan. I was almost crying tears of joy when they won that finals. If Rajon Rondo came on this podcast, I'd be like, damn, how does it feel to be a better Celtics guard than Bob Cousy? Let's go. I'll be honest. You're right, Steve. You're right.
I'm trying to think of like where I would draw the line. Like who honestly, it might be LaMarcus Aldridge. If it wasn't for the health concern, I think if you take the health concern out, the health scare that forced him to retire, if he came on here, I would definitely be like, how are you this slow, but also a professional basketball player? Like physically this slow. Like how?
I think if we had Gilbert Arenas, I would have been like, yo, was the bread that serious to bring 2 burners? Like that's what I'll be. Nah, for real. I'll be like, yo, was the bread that serious or were you just wilding? Because that's something I need to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he got like 160 mil for how many years? You don't got to bring 2 blickies, my G. They're making 160. What the fuck is wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's a question to ask. You feel me? But I'm not going to ask, yo, Antonio Davis, when AI dropped you twice. Like, come on, man, G.
Adam, you fucking with me? He's still the coach of the Pelicans.
He's definitely fucking with you.
Nah, he's freestyle. If that happened for you, Mike, I would tell you stop watching your team.
I'd move to Denver. I would just straight up move to Colorado. That would be my move.
Hey, get you a Compazzo jersey. Walk around the city.
Yeah, shout out my son Compazzo.
Oh man! All right, did we miss it? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, not miss anything. But I did go to the Nets Bucks game, and what's to say? Like, yeah, playoff basketball in person is fire. Kyrie Irving his handle is ridiculous. Like it is truly ridiculous how well he can handle the ball. You see it on TV, but you see it in person. It's just like, oh, this man can go wherever he wants to go, like at any point during the game. It's insane. And
he really sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, keep going.
No, I just say he's just like complete control of everyone, right? Like he really does feel like he can do whatever the fuck he wants out there.
I seen the Nets play the Celtics in playoff game 5. I just want y'all to know that little cradle shit James Harden do where it's like in and out and he pick up and he leave. That shit look crazy in person. Because when you watch it on TV, you like, all right, nigga, like how you not guarding this? When you watch it in real life, that shit is like super quick. Like you know what I'm saying? So yo, no ill ill words to James Harden, but we're gonna leave on this note. So all the people running the WNBA, I need to speak to you because I see some crazy shit. I went to a WNBA basketball game, and we're talking. Hold on, man, this shit is crazy. We're talking about the Las Vegas Aces. We got Asia Wilson, we got Liz. All right, we're talking about two big stars. Then we got Sabrina on New York Liberty. Mm-hmm. Yo, when I went to the Nets game, they had a white dude and a black dude scatting the national anthem. The white dude on the sax, they had a girl in her crib sing the national anthem on Zoom. We gotta stop doing this sexist shit, man. Pay somebody to be in the fucking stadium and sing it for the WNBA. We can't have no bullshit like this, man. I know there's a whole bunch of people on Instagram. You can get somebody in a Broadway. Hold on, man. Somebody in an off-Broadway play could sing a goddamn song at Barclays for the New York Liberty. Don't do my sons like that. That shit is disrespectful. Sabrina not playing ball to have a girl in a beret at a crib. Do it on Zoom, man. We gotta stop this shit because this is outrageous. Sexism is crazy, man. Come on. I know they have bread for that shit. I know they do. Come on, man.
And it's not like we're, like you said, it's not like we're in Maine or New Hampshire or something.
We're in Brooklyn, bro.
Yeah. You just, I'm sure. Get someone at Union Hall, like down the side. Someone will come in and do it,
bro. They can walk straight out. Straight outside Barclays, go to the subway, like, hey, who want to sing the anthem?
Yo, fam, somebody that's the understudy of the shorty and waitress could hit this fucking national anthem. I promise you, bro. The understudy in Wicked right now that's eating pita and hummus while watching Hacks, shorty could sing the national anthem. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, because y'all laughing because it's true. Any understudy could sing the national anthem. Cause I ain't no shorty on Zoom. I know y'all ain't no shorty on Zoom. You know who else didn't know shorty on Zoom? The New York Liberty. Get an understudy to sing the fucking anthem, Marcus. Come on, man. Shit's crazy.
Hey, did they have a little name in the bottom left corner?
And I don't remember shorty's name. I was sick because when I see the Nets, they had a white dude play the sax and a black guy scatting.
Wait, hold on. Were those guys live though?
Yes, man. They was
what the fuck? Wait, so one person was on Zoom, two performers were live?
And they had backup dancers, Mike. So he's going for the land of with the sax, and my son's going and that dude's in the back. Yo, you think I'm fronting? No. I'll call my friend Hal. Get the naked cowboy.
Hey, all disrespect to the naked cowboy.
Fuck the naked. But you know what I'm saying? They could definitely holler at somebody that's an understudy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Hey, the Nets had designer doing the halftime performance.
When you see?
Yeah,
I had Rich the Kid. You see what I'm saying? If they could get these people, they could get people for New York Liberty.
And you know how thirsty performers are? Not even to get paid, just to perform. Like,
you know what I'm saying? This shit is mad sexist, boy. I can't vibe with no shit like that. That's corny to me.
God, real talk though, Hacks is great.
Hey, yo, HBO, I know you have an ad budget, and there might be a little bit left over. So if you want to throw 89 Cavs some money, we'll promote Hacks.
We'll promote Hacks.
Every 2 episodes every Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, my cousin on Hacks, the manager. That's my cousin.
Wait, for real?
Hell no, that's not my cousin. I'm doing this right now.
Oh, come on, man! I got excited.
Yeah,
that's how much I like that show. I got excited.
Oh, that's not my cousin. I have nobody in my family that's famous, man. I'm struggling.
It's gonna be a good ass week of basketball. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no clue, and not even we always talking out our ass, and but I have some idea. I have no clue what's gonna happen at all in the second round, and it's lovely.
No, tomorrow's fire, right? Tomorrow we've got game 1 of Suns and Nuggets, and then game 2 of the Bucks Nets, right? I'm so pumped for that. I'm so pumped. And then Clippers Jazz will probably be on NBA TV.
Hey, are they still doing NBA TV games?
No, that should be done.
It's only first round, right?
I think so. It should be done. I imagine it's just flipping back and forth between TNT and ESPN. Also, we could probably do a whole podcast on this episode. I hate watching games on ESPN. I don't know what it is. It's not. I think like their play-by-play announcers are still better than TNT, but for some reason, when it's I don't know. Every time I see Jay Williams, I just get pissed off. I think I don't like listening to Jay talk about basketball. I don't. That might be too aggressive because he's a part of the boardroom, right? Like I don't want to. Yeah, shout out KD in the boardroom. You guys are always welcome to the 89 Cavs. I don't know what it is. I just prefer TNT like way more than.
Yeah, TNT rocks, man. TNT rocks.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know.
Shout out to Jalen.
Yo, I do love Jalen Rose.
Yeah, shout out Jalen Rose one time. Man.
But he's doing all the heavy lifting and the I forget what was name is on there. There's one WNBA player that does it when the season's not in. It's fire.
Isn't it Candace?
Candace does it for TNT, I think.
There's one that does it for ESPN. Like,
it's she was on the Monarchs, right?
Yeah.
Kia Lawson.
I think so. I'm super blanking out.
Nah, it's Kia Lawson, bro.
Is it Kia Lawson? Nice.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I really. Now that we're talking about it more and more, it's just Jay Williams. I think, like, because I like Jalen Rose. I like them all. Oh man.
Well, we covered everything.
We covered everything, and before we get out of here, Adam wanted to make sure I take my L. You said earlier that Holiday was going to give him problems. Kyrie embarrassed him last game. It's a long series, baby.
I mean, hey, also we can't not just Kyrie. We got to give props to Mike James, who was out there balling. Mike James was balling, my guy. Harden got injured, and Mike James came out with the starters at the end of the game, got a standing ovation.
When Mike James did what he did, you knew everyone was like, "This shit can't be real right now." You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not really for real happening. And Mike James is like, "I told you."
Bro, wasn't Mike James the dude that like Steve Nash was like, "I don't know this dude"?
Yeah,
I don't know. He said, "No way." You said that? He said that?
I'm gonna look it up. See if I can find it.
That's a little fucked up. No disrespect.
No, it wasn't like I don't know him. He was like, I haven't met him yet, but he's gonna come in and contribute.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's cool. That's cool.
He's like a G League select player.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like that. Or G League player.
Yeah. Mike James has got like real Nuggets guard vibes. Where it's like, where the hell did this guy come from? Oh man! All right, guys, 89 Cavs. This was great. Steve, get us out of here.
Feel me? May all the basketball guys be with you. You feel me? And while you guys out there, you feel me? I don't think I'm gonna open this, but I want y'all to take a shot with me. And this shot is gonna be special because this shot that I'm about to take is to say, all your Laker fans, I told y'all was gonna get your ass busted. Y'all just listen to the best sports podcast in the world. Fuck the Lakers. 89 Cavs. Take a shot with your boy.